I met up with Greg again. Last talked to you in October of last year, so it's been about 7 months. So since then, you went down to Alamosa for 4 months, and then you got back here when? Get a little closer. Because now we're in May, so about 2 months ago. All right. And then, so how did you get back here? You hitched a ride from, or how'd you get back?
Yeah, I hitched from Alamosa, went to Center on the way. Came up through, up the Platte River that way. Got here, around March. And,
March. Okay, so what have you been doing since March here?
Well, they did a lot of stuff here. They redid the shelters. They got showers in them now and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, the day center. They've got showers and washing machines.
They help you out on your housing.
So how does that go with the housing? You say they help you out.
Yeah.
So how does that go?
On a list and it's by a number, but it goes pretty rapid now. We're getting a lot of help from outside organizations, I guess. And it's looking, a lot of people are getting off the street. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So do you know what number you are in line now for housing?
I'm going to go through a different route. I'm going to go through my housing that I had that I told you about. I'm getting it back because I was supposed to, taking off of my housing because of my ex-wife.
Right.
She caused a lot of problems and I lost it. But I'm able to get it back. Yep.
And when do you think that'll happen?
My lawyer, Terry Field, thinks it'll be, middle of summer sometime.
Okay.
Possibly, yeah.
So hopefully a few months.
Yep. Yeah, but you guys inspired me a lot. You did.
Yeah?
You did.
How so?
Because I was down there by the subway there. We went over the subway.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it made me look at myself again and say, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Take a better look, and I looked around at the neighborhood.
Right.
I really did, because I was camping over by there, by the creek.
Yep.
And they tore them apartments down now and stuff.
Right.
They have security doing that. They're going to build up some high rises. I know why. They have every right to.
Right. Are you talking about the townhomes there on Cheyenne Boulevard? Okay. So you were over there at Cheyenne Creek then, not Fountain Creek. Is that what you mean? You were camping over there?
One and the one by Subway there.
Okay. Yep.
By Family Dollar. Yeah.
Yeah. That's I think that's Cheyenne Creek.
That's Fountain. No, this is.
This one's Fountain Creek.
Fountain Creek. Yeah, you got Monument. All right. Yeah.
Cool. So let's see. Oh yeah. So one of the guys over there, the one that doesn't have his fingers, I've seen him before. I've seen him around. I've never met him in person, but I've seen him around. He always sticks out because he panhandles a lot.
Yeah, he does.
So how does he do with that? Does he make out pretty well?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yep. But they're cracking down on that. He's having a hard time with that. But he's making the best of it. Yeah. Things are looking a lot better than the last time I saw them. Yeah.
For you, but for everybody else too, you think? Like the whole area is getting better?
Well, take a look.
Yeah, a lot of the camps are cleaned up. There's some new ones there, but they did a big cleanup a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And since then, I know a lot of people went up to little up north off I-25 and near Rocky Top Resources. Do you know people that camped there? But they moved them out there too a few weeks ago. But that was a private property owner that initially allowed everybody, but then the city said you don't have the proper code stuff going on to allow that right now.
Right, and they weren't cleaning up the garbage and all that.
Yeah, so over here on the creek there's some dumpsters placed out. Can't see them here now, but some of the organizations like Blackbird Outreach, they said, oh, that should help because people should be using them. And some people said, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it should help. I don't really know. I mean, there haven't been as many camps over here in general to bring trash necessarily. So,
I think they're going to start a new trail on this side.
A new what for camps?
Trail.
Oh no! Oh really? Another trail.
Yeah.
So did you hear anything about? And maybe you were gone in Alamosa at this time, but like during the winter months, the Salvation Army opened a new shelter when it was cold at night because the rescue mission was full, and so they opened a new shelter. It was 150 beds, and it took a long time for it to get to fill up because like the first month after it was open, I looked and like there was still so many people out here, and I said, hey, there's shelter space, but they said no. Well, everybody has their reasons. They don't want to use it because they can't bring all their belongings or maybe they have pets or
a lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons.
Yep.
But that was the time when Blackbird Outreach was giving out propane tanks to help people keep warm during those cold nights, even though there was shelter. And then so it led to some fires. Yeah, have you heard of them, Blackbird Outreach?
Yeah, but my brother was telling me about it. What are they that
What do they do?
Yeah.
So I think they're like one of the only organizations that actually comes out here and talks to everybody, make sure that people have enough tent supplies or clothing, and just. And I know that they keep people updated with like if they're on a housing list.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
But yeah, like the rescue mission and the Salvation Army, they don't have anybody that comes down here. I guess they expect people to come to them. They don't go out and actually talk to people. From what I've seen, anyways, and from what I've heard.
From what I've seen of it.
Yeah.
Just about, yeah.
And that's like, I mean, I don't work with one of the organizations, but I'm just thinking like, why don't you guys come out here and like, because they have apparently, the knowledge and the expertise of like really helping people. Yeah. They know about all these programs, so I don't know why they don't come out and do like a one-on-one. And I think that's a little bit of what Blackbird Outreach does, but like, kind of, they know people by name. They kind of track them and help them through the system. So I mean, that's one good thing they do.
Yeah.
But some of the other organizations, I don't know. I guess they don't do that. They allow people to come to them for shelter and food, and then supposedly, there's counselors, but some people don't go see them, and so
hard on it. Yeah. We're trying.
So who were the other guys over there? What are they up to?
Friend over there just got out of jail. Just did 11 months. He's back on the street. They paroled him here.
They paroled him here. So like
under a bridge.
So when he gets out, what happens? They like put him in a van and say, "Where do you want to go?" Or do they just drop him off?
No, he's paroled under this bridge.
So
there's an address on the bridge. That's where he's paroled to, and it's legit.
So did he give you the story like when he got out? Like, I mean, did they drop him off there or what?
He got out 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did they leave him?
Right there.
They left him right there under the bridge?
Yep. He's home, man. That's kind of frightening. To me, it is. After doing such a time in jail, bam, there you are with $100 in your pocket. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's on a ankle bracelet.
So where was he staying? Was it like an El Paso County jail or?
Yeah, he did some time there. I guess he did some time in the joint. Yeah. Penitentiary. He got paroled here.
Okay. Right.
It's a step.
What did he do time for?
I'm driving around.
You don't know? Oh, you don't want to say? Okay.
You could ask him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he would talk to him about it. Most likely, yeah, he would.
Okay.
He's a pretty decent guy. There's been a lot of killings going on still.
A lot of killings going on?
Yeah, there's been quite a few people that got...
What do you mean, like around homeless camps and stuff around here?
Yeah, right in the creek down there.
Oh yeah, there was somebody. They were found dead in like the marshy area down the trail.
3, 4.
And yeah, I never heard any like follow up with that as to like. I mean, like nobody was charged yet. I don't think. I mean, maybe they don't know who.
No, they don't.
I know there was somebody or two that were stabbed to death, and then there were like two guys. There were two guys that were on. They were charged with them, and then are charged with murder. But then one of them, I guess, was charges were dropped because there wasn't enough evidence for him. So I don't know the story, but
yeah, but
So like over the past like month, let's say, like what like shady or like crime stuff has gone on down here, if anything?
Same old dope and stuff like that. Dope and there's been some sexual assaults and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of young people out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, running away from home and stuff like that.
You think they're from Colorado Springs running away and coming here? Or?
Yeah, a lot of them are natives. Yeah. But they give it the wrong boyfriend, or, you know.
Right.
He's not from here. It happens. Pretty soon you have a little baby involved, and it's a mess.
It makes things a lot more difficult.
Well, yeah.
So with like drugs and stuff, so how do people get them necessarily? Because isn't that stuff expensive? Well, I guess we talked about this before. I know like they kind of trade their bodies a little bit, you know.
Buy signs, trade their bodies. You know, do different things, steal, boost, lie, cheat, steal, con, that kind of thing.
So if they steal an item to get cash, what do they do? Pawn it off, or go to a pawn shop, or like trade it to somebody? Or?
Yeah, you can do that. You take it back into the store and get a gift card.
Oh, a gift card.
And you go sell the gift card to a check cashing place and get a percentage of it. So you get 10 or 12 of those.
Yeah.
You're looking at $1,000 or so for them.
Right.
You know, myself, I don't see myself doing that. Not stealing like that. I mean, yeah. But it's a racket for the. It's a racket that they have going on there. Something gift cards with these check cashing places. It's a big racket. Yeah.
So
if
just
you could give me a $10 gift card, I can go sell it to them. I'll get $5 out of it. You can give me a $100 gift card, I'll go get 10, 20 bucks out of it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or you can take me to Subway with a gift card, I'll buy a sub right in front of you and I would eat it. You know, that kind of thing. But things are looking up to me and my brother. I've been out here 28 years, man. I've tried all different ways. Sure, it was drugs involved, alcohol, up and down the ladder. You know, it's a hard ladder to go climb up and down, man. But I've just been holding on, keeping faith.
Yep.
Yeah. This is probably gonna bring me up to go back down and see my lawyer again and get my housing back.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta go visit him. They cut my Social Security because I missed one. You do evaluation.
Okay.
You know,
and what do you have to fill out there?
just what you've been doing and where's your money going and stuff like that. Went to these motels and get off the street and went to Alamosa. But I missed sending it back in on time. So they cut my benefits. And I haven't had them since March.
So you're gonna go back to the office and try to figure that out?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. It takes a while though. I already did the appeal, but it's like I just started all over again. Sure, I'll get the back pay, but still, man, it's really hard.
Right.
It was like, man, there you go, Greg. Right back in the pot where you started. Wow. Can't get it expedited. What do you call that? Expedient. Nothing. I just had to start back over. But they'll take it on as, I'll get all my back pay the months that I missed. So, should be able to get a place to live by then, unless housing comes through. And I get that back.
Yeah.
It all works together, but it just takes so slow. Real slow. As for the neighborhoods, they want their city back. They want their neighborhoods back.
Right. That's what they're saying. Yeah.
I don't blame them damn bit.
So what about? Have you been over and hung out at Dorchester Park right here? I know a lot of people have been there.
They kind of closed that down.
I don't know.
A lot of it.
I could go over there right now, and there's probably 20 people there.
But they took the picnic tables out.
I guess they did, but now people are just on the ground with, kind of camping out.
But like in the winter and stuff, nobody was allowed in there. You're not allowed to camp in there anymore. You get a ticket. they're trying to step it up because they're going to do what? This renovation on the avenue in the neighborhoods, which they should. I mean, there's entirely too many homeless here. I think there is.
Yeah, actually, they just released a report a couple days ago because every year they count in January. They do an annual count and see how many people are living out here, and came back at 1,500 on January and this year. And so anyway, over the past 5 years, it's steadily kind of increased. And so some people attribute that to a lack of affordable housing because a lot of people kind of get pushed in the streets, but then some, I don't know. So it's like one question is, well, are the organizations doing a good job? Because, well, the numbers are rising, but the organizations, they blame it on there's not enough affordable housing, there's not enough to, give people vouchers and to house them.
Yeah, I mean, they enable. They do a lot of enabling. But if it was up to me, and I was in, what is that, city council?
Yep.
It was up to me, man. Hey.
What would you do?
If you're able-bodied, you wouldn't be out here all day.
Right.
You wouldn't be going to the rap center. You wouldn't be doing any of that.
So yeah, one thing I learned officially was that the Rescue Mission, they get a lot of federal and state money grants to classify as a low barrier shelter, which means they have to accept basically anybody and everybody, as long as you're not, actively like trying to hurt someone in the moment. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you can come out of jail, you can be a sex offender, you can be currently high on drugs, you can be, stoned, alcoholic, whatever. They'll allow you as long as you're not fighting anybody.
Yeah. In general, what I mean is, if you're able-bodied, man, you can work. You're not going to be out here flying a sign and then going to the soup kitchen at 12 o'clock noon, and breakfast in the morning, sleeping at a shelter, going out doing, flying a sign, running around.
Yeah, so neighbors and I talked about that, and so like we reached out to the Marion House up there off of Bijou. They do the lunch every day, I guess.
Right.
And
I wouldn't let them in there without
so
good cause.
I contacted them actually, and I said, what if people have to, there is some camping and trash there. It's like, what if people have to kind of at least bring a little bag of trash or something, to show that they contributed around the area, and then they get a meal. And they said that they don't want any restrictions. They want to feed everybody with no restrictions.
That's God willing, man. God bless that. But still, I just go back to the same point. There's so many youngsters out here. They do not, and they are not disabled, and they are able-bodied to work. Now, how are you going to take care of somebody, enable them, feed them, bathe them all day long, and they can go out and do the damn dope, and be taken care of like that? No, they should have a statue on that, man. You're not allowed in here to eat unless you have a pass from a counselor stating you need to come in and eat for a while.
Right.
Besides that, you need to be showing proof of employment, trying to get employment. You're not just going to run around, because that's what's keeping people here.
Yeah, like, so I asked the Rescue Mission that. They said they've got, part of the reason why they're expanding, they want to increase their counselors to actually help people, but they don't require people. They say, I forget the percentage, it's like basically half of the people, like, they just want the food and the showers and stuff, and like they don't want to talk to anybody to change. So it's like, I mean, isn't that kind of enabling?
Yeah, sure it is. You got to be an adult to do that kind of stuff like that. You can't be a minor.
Right. But
the minor is the population. Now it is.
The minors what?
Minors are the population here. They overrule the people that are of age. And the ones that are of age, by God, if it was up to me, they won't be doing what they've been doing. No. There's people out here, man, that are able to work. I've seen them work. And still they collect the food stamps and they play the little paper shuffle. And that's just tearing it up for people like me and people that I know.
Right.
That are disabled, man. I got ran over twice, like I told you. I can't work, man. I would. I can't.
City Council was talking about an idea and the mayor agrees. They want to post some signs on like popular panhandling corners, and it would say to people that are driving, like, you should donate to, you know, these homeless organizations instead of giving directly to someone panhandling. What do you think about that?
There's no problem with that. I would have no objection to it. Yeah, well, why not do it both ways? Why not let some homeless people have access to those organizations to where they can contribute half of what they get panhandling to an organization, if they would.
Okay.
You know?
Well,
And instead of, you know, because a lot of that money, man, you might see it going into an organization. But as for me, when I manage the Wasatch houses, a lot of that money gets funneled in different areas that isn't so healthy.
okay. Like what kind of area would they spend it on? That's not helpful?
In people's pocket, man. Straight out. It's going on there. I'm not saying it's abundantly done, but most of the people out here panhandling or flying a sign, they're not making that much money, man.
Right, they're not making that much.
Yeah.
But exactly, that's
Right.
the point, though. It's like
turnover.
they're making just a little bit to be able to. I mean, what are most people buying? I mean,
Cigarettes, food.
okay,
You know, maybe they save up to get a motel room,
okay,
clothes. You know, socks, whatever, boots, stuff like
okay.
that.
Any more negative things like drugs,
There's always
alcohol?
a negative. There's
Yeah.
always positive, negative. But yeah, the money.
But in other words, I mean, it might be enough to like sustain them for like a day or two, you know, for some good things. But then it's like, okay, you're back at square one.
Yeah.
You haven't set yourself up for a real future. It's kind of just like a surviving day-to-day
Right.
thing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And so,
How's the organization going to be different?
say that again.
How's the organization going to be different?
How are they going to do it different?
Different. By stating a sign,
Oh, I got you. You mean what would they spend it on to actually? I got you. Okay.
where would it
That's
go?
a good point. Yeah.
Would it go for a bunch of styrofoam cups and a bunch of pots of coffee?
Right.
That's just keeping the system going. I think everybody's benefiting from that. It gives somebody a job.
Yeah. So the city was talking about having basically a van that would come around, you know, once a day in the morning and say, okay, whoever wants to hop on and work, you know, we'll go over here, we'll pick up trash, and you'll get paid $10 an hour. And whoever wants, you know, if you want a job, hey, we're providing a job. You know, we don't care if your background is, you know, if you're an ex-con or whatever. Like, we'll, you know, no big background checks.
That's what they need. You said it. That's what they need. Yeah. Yep. Stuff like that.
Mhm.
Getting people active, motivated.
Right.
Because it says in the Bible, sloth is what?
Sloth is.
One of the deadly sins. Laziness. Yep. Sure is. But there's people using it good and there's people not using it good. I've seen people using it good, man. And they're up out of that shelter in 3 months, 2 months. You know,
So
and they have
that's
a
good.
place to live. And
Yep.
I mean, I know some pretty heavy drug addicts and alcoholics that really used the system this time, and it worked. They're in apartments right now. You know,
Okay.
that only took a couple months.
So
Whereas
is
it
your
took years.
is your overall impression then of the Springs Rescue Mission positive?
Oh, yeah.
Now, or was
No
it
doubt.
positive last time in October?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't. It was detrimental. It was enabling. People were, what do you call that? Complacent.
Right.
Just right there, they weren't.
So what did they change then from then to now that they're
Well,
not?
They changed a lot of the staff, for
Okay.
one, and they got fresh people in there, and they move people along faster. They get some kind of work. They do IDs better now, where you can get ID. Easier to get food stamps so you can eat, and you know.
So when they check ID, what does that really do for them? I mean, they keep a log of who comes in and out, but like, are they really tracking something?
For employment, stuff like that, to get your SSI, or if you're going for disability. Yeah. And it's moving a lot quicker. I've seen it moving a lot quicker. Yeah, I really have. I'm not one just to say that. I've been here a while. I mean,
Good
I've
stuff.
seen people come out brand new, you know, after a few months. And they're really looking forward to doing what they're doing. Whereas hell, they'll just go eat, you know, drink, or just go, you know, flop out in the parks, stuff like that. You get into a routine of that, man. It's like a trap.
So like the guy over there that lost his fingers, like I've seen him for 2 years
Nathan?
straight. Yes, Nathan, is that his name? So
He's a
like,
good friend of mine.
so what's I mean,
Real good friend.
well, good. So as opposed to like somebody that was, you know, went in there and 2 months later they're like changed their life. Like what prevents, let's say in Nathan's case, or
Well,
you know,
he's finally got his SSI.
okay.
Finally got that. And he would be more than happy to talk to you. Tell you a good story. Oh yeah, he really would. And he wants to start things like, he wants to help people out too. Homeless people. Because he lost his fingers, man. He hasn't been able to work. And he's able to help us.
How did he lose them? Was it like frostbite or?
He'll tell you that. I talked to him.
Okay.
He'd be worth his time. Really would. He has a wife.
Okay. Is she here?
She's here.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So overall, though, your impression now versus back when we talked in October, things are better now.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay.
A whole lot.
And what do you expect in the next couple of months for this summer? Since, as far as like people's shelter, like where are people camping? Because theoretically, the homeless numbers are up, but they're not as many right here.
Way out there.
So just further down the trail
Way out north. Yep, up north.
and up north,
Go up,
where?
Going up this way. I don't want to point exactly.
So this.
Get on that
So
trail.
this is down south
Yeah,
25.
Yeah, right there,
And
that trail right there.
Yeah,
You keep going that way.
right near the
Go out.
MLK bypass down there.
Yep.
And that's near Rocky Top Resources.
Yeah,
we were
by
saying.
out there by Janitel.
Right.
And that area, there's about 50, 60 tents out there.
Okay.
And 50, 60 of them. Those are people that
So that's not too far off from what is it? The Colorado or the county jail or something?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Department of Corrections or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Criminal Justice Center, yeah.
CJC. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't think I'd see you again.
Yeah. I live over down there, so
Yeah.
not too far.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Last thing you want to say?
Well, God bless you. Keep going on. You do what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah, man. You'll make a difference. You will.
All right. I hope so. All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Greg.
Yep. Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right. So,
I'm gonna leave this out because that was bad.
all right.
This is the next regard.
There
Here,
you-
guys.
There you go.
Yo, this is us. This is our fucking first shot.
So I know I've seen you around panhandling.
See him? He's a
You've been
veteran.
around all around the city because I've seen you at different
Wow,
spots.
there, right? You see it?
Yep.
Damn,
I've seen it.
Hobo Hobo is my new thing.
Where's your sign?
I don't need it. Today I couldn't find this.
Oh, you took the I Buy Houses cat. Okay.
Trust me, you were saying
There you
from
go.
God. I've been praying, bro. We,
Come over here. All right. So
hey guys, put your face in. Hey, Ray, come here. Come here. Sit down. Come here. Scoot over here, bro. Scoot over. Down.
so I recognize you out of everybody because you're panhandling the most. So how is that going?
Oh, wow. Check it out. My name's Nate. I lost my fingers through prayer. If there is a God, I hope that all the Christians out there hear this. The churches, everybody, they come down, they bring just about, a food once a month. My friend here put it on him. He has to beg because even after fighting for this country, what they give him is not enough to eat and have a place to stay. They give me $750 a month after 37 years of work. I lost my fingers 7 years ago. This park facilitated me to be who I was and find my way back because there's a lot of chaos and homeless shelters. This is Greg. He was ran over by a car when he was 22. He gets $750 a month. $750 is what he gets. When you retire, you get $1,200 a month. If you retire for 2025. In 2025, Social Security is gone. The federal government has shut down multiple times in the past 2 years. It kept shutting down for a month. All Social Security would be without money. They will hit the ground, you will hit the ground within 7 years and be here with us. My name's Nathan Bivens. You can Facebook me and I'll tell you about Christ. When I lost my fingers, I was dying of alcohol cirrhosis. I said, God, come down and smack me around, take my hands if you have to, just get rid of the buzz whiskey. I can't go drinking. And 5 days later, sober, he did, and he read me my whole life, and every decision and everything, and it was all about me and what having everything. You know how bored God can be? He gets bored. Endless universe, come on now, be real. The homeless need y'all all to come down here.
So what about the rescue mission? They're Christian based, right?
The rescue
and
mission
the Salvation Army
is a joke. You can't take snacks. There's a few beds, like 200. And when you go in there, if you get an argument, they kick you out for 3 days. And the people that work there get paid, and they're like Greyhound. If you don't like them, go. They are rude. It sucks. It's impossible for you to believe because you don't come down here and act like you're homeless. Put your credit cards away and come down here and find me and be homeless with me for a week. I will change everything you think about God, love, and everything.
Do you think they help some people?
We can't get a glass of water except at Starbucks now because of.
I'm not homeless. I'm house.
Shut up. This is Ernie. Ernie, tell him the Hebrew name for booger. He normally says something stupid.
But are they? You think they're helping some people though?
Yeah, they give us like the tiniest little meal. Like it sucks. We deserve steaks. We lost our fingers. We deserve just what you guys deserve. Whatever your retirement, they're rich. 1% on everything.
So you've tried to go to the rescue mission.
You know, my wife could go to the rescue mission and get my mail. She has, but she's not supposed to. They wouldn't give me my mail without my ID. That's the rescue mission. The devil runs that shit. If you go there and sit there and you don't disagree with them, they'll let you have a shower in 3 hours.
Okay. So what have you disagreed on? What have they said?
The fact that it's not a mansion with a pool, a full bar, and anything that he and I and that veteran and this disabled person can have. We are just like you, but we can't get what you got. We stand in traffic like this. Check it out. And my other son says, smile, damn it. You know why we don't beg? You know what he shows his veterans thing. He should have everything. You should come through here and take him into your car. He is in the street. He fought in this country so y'all and the Christians can get to their church and they won't give them $2
so
they don't buy a beer. They won't buy a beer and then drink beer.
So you said you were sober?
I'm not sober. I like to drink, but it doesn't affect me. If you know anything about meth, it's a placebo. It's a millionth of what it used to be. I've tried meth. It was cool. What I'm going to tell you is this. It releases serotonin. Serotonin is the feel-good thing when you set goals. You sit here, and you know what the hot team does? The homeless out team, they put a ticket. They move your tent. They put a ticket. 4 or 5 guys, probably $200,000 to move your tent. They don't do nothing. Everything right now, in everywhere. I tried to get my medication, haloperidol, to keep the hallucinations from going on. I was climbing them. It took 20 hours and $18 for me to go ahead and piss in a cup. And I tested positive for meth. Wow. Okay, is that a big deal to y'all? This meth is a joke. I don't do meth or hang out, or I'm not a meth head. The whole thing is like this. When you're homeless, you have homeless people. They are giving up on their life and everything. Just like you will. If your husband or your wife takes everything and cheats, it happens. It's happening now. I don't know how many different kinds of people owe what they want. Look at the fact. Bury each other's burdens. He never even investigated. That's the homeless out there. They're garbage. It's a joke. Tell them I said that. You guys gotta know your tax dollars are going to show people. Just come down here. I'm gonna say this. I gotta do the work. I gotta go beg and make my money and get my food. Because you know what? They took my food stamps because I didn't fucking say I can't get into a place. $7.50 a month doesn't pay for but 2 weeks. I didn't have proof, and the lady's like, well, you can eat off the $7.50. Homeless, fingerless. You know how dangerous it is out here, y'all? Ain't dangerous to me. Why not to hate me? Any day's a good day to die for old Choctaw Indian. Choctaw Indians were good people, farmers, they were Indians.
So how, for a panhandler, like how much do you make per day?
Right now I make about maybe $30, give or take.
30?
Yeah.
Give or take? Okay.
I used to make good money, but check this out. If I'm trying to hug the hobo movement, fight the frowns, be somebody's hero today. I have t-shirts. I want y'all to wear them and come down and be somebody's hero today. Fight the frowns. Smile, damn it. If you're here in this town, you see me. And you know what? You see the things on the media that say, can't be Occupy meeting, and a fireman tell me to get off. You're a fireman. That's a fact. Go get a cat out of a tree or let me start a fire at your house. That's how I feel about everybody that's doing nothing and disgusting. When you drive by somebody the next time and you don't stop and listen to them, That's your sin, and it will end you in the end. I hope, and nobody's promised tomorrow. You're not promised
All
tomorrow,
right.
and you're responsible for everything I said. God bless. Get in your Bible and find your hope. God bless.
All right, thanks so much.
You have a good one.
Appreciate it.
And just a long story short, did you like the interview last year of me and my brother?
Yeah, it was good.
Were you told by other people that?
Yeah, it was.
That's why you came back to us, huh?
Yeah, that's why I came back, and I didn't know I'd
Yeah,
find
right,
you, but
right,
I came
right,
back in
right,
general.
right.
But yeah, people were asking. They're like, "How's Greg? Like, check up on him." I'm like, "I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him."
Oh, he knows about me being bad off.
Look now. No, he don't. He
When
knows.
did you know about that a year ago? How bad off I was when I broke up with my old lady. I was pretty fucked up. I was drinking and all that stuff.
Give it a shot.
I think you mentioned that.
Yes, it's on your.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better now.
Stop.
I told you that.
Became one. They were dead.
No, you gotta let me know this guy here, he's my friend, that I don't bullshit, I don't lie to you.
I ain't say that. Settle down. See what he does? These
No, you gotta hear me,
When I
Jim.
try to tell them how to get out of here, how we can live a good life, they do this.
You say meth is a placebo now? Here,
If
you say you do it and you don't feel it?
$25, you'll be awake for a week. This
Okay.
stuff's like, it'll bring your serotonin up. It releases serotonin. It also melts the frontal lobe. In order to get your serotonin is to feel good. When you set goals and reach them, like you go to school, you do well, good. You go to school and it sucks. Me, I was an 80. I was in a retarded class.
So how many people do meth?
Well, most people do. We don't do meth anymore. We used to do it. We drink because when I met them, they did it.
How many homeless were in Colorado Springs?
I was a partier.
I said 1,500.
That's who does it.
Now this is shot.
I know the Springs Rescue Mission is getting a ton of money that people donate to them, but you think they don't do a good job?
One gets a bowl of oatmeal. You can't come back until 6. And when you go in there, they let the people play their YouTube on play.
So that's
you can't bring snacks, you can't bring food, and you can't watch. There's what to do. It's not life. That's a joke.
You wish the rescue mission was open like all day, basically, because they kick people out during the day.
I wish the 1% didn't have the money. I think the rescue mission for this should be $1 billion hotel. I think that if you don't understand that everything these people think, all the fucking complacency is a model.
So they actually are spending like $14 million for a new 65 unit shelter for chronic 65. Yeah.
Dude, each one of these people deserves a house. He deserves a big house, a yard, a backyard pool, just like they got.